Hey everyone, so the metal stand came in today, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how that looks and where I got it from. Before I do that, just wanted to quickly go over why I'm getting rid of this stand right here. So this is 8 by 3 by 2.5 in height. Um, there's a pretty big sump underneath. And one of the issues is because of this height and this middle bracket right here, when it comes to me properly utilizing this sump, it gets very difficult. It's hard for me to reach my hand through. It's, you know, this is really not enough space. I can't play with the media. It's hard to get media in there. It's hard for me to swap those out and clean it properly. Not only that, but it was very difficult for me to get this sump underneath. I literally had to unscrew those sections over there, these bottom sections, this piece right here, and this that I newly put on. I had to take it apart, slide this whole stand with the tank vertically, put the sump in, and then push it back in. And I literally had to hire some help to that, and it was a waste of money versus if I had the proper stand in the first place, I could have done this right. And you can see that there's built up in there. I can't even clean it because I can't get my hand in there. One of these valves had got broken while this thing was inside. It was one of the hardest things for me to fix. I literally had to get somebody in there and somebody small enough to in there and properly tighten that bulkhead in for that valve, the one with the blue. So a lot of headache, not worth it, and not only it's gonna break soon. Even if I were to get a wooden stand that would have been 3.5 feet in height, I would have to have this middle brace right here. I'd have to have a lot of support, and I wouldn't be able to do much underneath of it as well. So I totally went against wood and went straight metal, and that just came in. So let's go take a look. All right, guys, this is the new stand. It's a metal stand. Okay, so it's wrapped. I just came home, and it was the delivery boys. They put it in the garage. This place is a mess as well. I got a tank right there, backup tank right here with some Bashirs. This thing needs to get cleaned up and moved out. There's another tank right there. That's 170 gallons. I'm gonna set that up and move all the fish from the other tank into here. Also these big boys too, because I'm gonna set up some partitions and move these big boys in there as well. So that tank's gonna have 3 partitions. One for small fish, one for bigger fish, and one for some of the other bottom dwellers or whatever that needs to kind of be by themselves. So let's jump back to this thing right here. Okay, so this looks like this is the bottom of the tank, so it's kind of laying on one of its sides. So before I we'll go ahead. Let me just take this out. Open it out of its wrapping. All right, guys. So I got this thing flipped. I also went ahead and cleaned up the garage a bit to get my brother here to flip this thing. This thing is pretty heavy. You need about 2 people could kind of fool around with it, but you need about 3 people to actually carry it around. As far as, let's look at the condition of this thing. Some paint chipped off here. Let's see, everything else is pretty smooth. This is the back side of the tank. 3 metal braces for support. Again, yeah, there's some scratches here. Here as well. I think it's where it was resting. Most of the scratches kind of hit there. If I was gonna put my tank right on top, I'd be worried about some of these scratches, some of these imperfections. It could damage the tank, but I'm not gonna put the tank directly on top of this. I'm actually gonna go to Home Depot, get an 8 by 3 plywood, a smooth one, that's properly sanded and as thick as possible, and put that on top, and then put the tank on top of that. That way, kind of get the support, get the support all over the place versus just in one spot, the weight, and don't have to worry about these little things here. But what I'm really happy about and really excited about is this front right here. If you look at it, no metal brace. I've been waiting for that for so long. I cannot do anything today because of the metal brace I have in front of my tank. It blocks me from putting in things and taking things out. And the other thing is, because it's so low, this thing is so high. I mean, you get about, this is 42 inches high, so there's about 6 inches here. So I got about 3 feet of work here that I could do. It gives me a lot of space just to go in there, play with my media, change my media, clean my media, that I can't really do that well today. I'm very excited. I'm really happy with this. What I need to do is also get a cutout plywood for the bottom, which I'll get. And also, after I'm done with that, the front, it's not gonna look like this. Obviously, that's not a good idea, especially when we walk into a house. The main thing is I'm gonna get a custom-made face palette or something for this. Something that looks nice. I've been looking through Google to look at how other people have done it. So as I kind of explore that and I find something that's good, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. But this is good. So I just want to let you know where I got this from. I got it from a company called Econ Welding. I found them on Etsy. It's being listed for $600 right now, to me, which is a pretty good deal. When I called locally to aquarium stores and looked through blogs for aquariums, they quoted me around $900 to $1,200 or something like this, versus $600. And honestly, if you are in an area where they have local welders, you could probably get it for even cheaper. When I asked Econ Welding, how much is it? How much is it to ship it, and etc. They told me straight up, hey, it costs us $400 to make it. That's what we're gonna charge you to make it, and we're gonna charge you $200 to ship it out. So if you look at welders around your neighborhood and you find somebody on Craigslist or somebody on Angie's List, you'll be able to find somebody who could do it for the range of $200 to $400. So you can look into that. I went with this guy because they've done it before and they've been making aquarium stands. So I felt a little more confident on what they were gonna do with it, so I didn't mind paying the extra $200 to $300 premium. But I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys the link to Etsy where I bought it from, and also a link to their website, and you could call them, and if it's something that you want to get, something custom made, it's a good deal. And I love this. It's pretty sturdy, and they colored it black also. You can ask them to get it colored the way you want. A lot of people, I saw some people did it blue, some people did it white, some people colored it silver. I just went the black because I really don't care what it looks like. I'm gonna end up putting in wooden face on it anyway. So this is the stand. As I get the pieces, I'll keep you guys posted. Talk to you guys soon.